Yeah, I feel like I have to talk about war. Um, to be honest with you, I really think wars are created by politicians more than the people, because everyone who is a normal person kind of wants to be peaceful. I presume, or I hope. So I'm not even speaking about some wars which I'm coming from. There's still some conflicts in the zones of um, and the territory between Azerbaijan and Armenia, I suppose. They are probably having zero contacts with each other, and they're probably having zero communication, zero infrastructure, etc. And it was since my birth this way, and it's probably going to be continued in the next 100 years, because this is so crucially important to um, yeah, to find the solution for the different religions of them, right? Some of them are Muslims, the other Christians, and so on. So religion, a lot of time, is really a very big problem kind in this world. So I'm just asking myself, why is it not possible to create a religion which is somehow peaceful? And I really think the only one religion which is peaceful is called food, because as soon as people are eating something, they're enormously peaceful and they're shutting fuck up, and they don't care about anything. And everyone is so religious if it's about food. Everyone is eating at least 3 times a day, and everyone is really enormously busy with food. And any conflict is usually appearing on a basis of food. But as soon as there are Muhammad and Jesus and whomsoever, Abraham, everyone is somehow totally crazy, and everyone is able to kill each other just because Muhammad said this and Jesus said that. So how about we are creating peace on a basis of food, and every country which is in a war conflict is getting enough food, because I presume they are probably somehow hungry, and so I'm somehow really very angry. And how about people on the war in a war state are really getting huge amount of food delivered from the world powers, like from Europe or from America, because the amount of food in Europe is incredible. The amount of food in the supermarkets is literally is making afraid of this variety and everything which is to be seen and consumed there. So how about countries which are really um, very rich are supplying making donations of food worldwide, because I presume in Israel there is also not enough food, or there is not enough water, but there is so much water in Germany sold in bottles. Why isn't actually Germany getting Israel some food? And so people are out of agony, and they are out of battles, and they're getting enough. And how about this Azerbaijan and Armenia thing are somehow creating something on a basis of food, and starting a normal life where they're not neglecting and hating each other. How about food is the religion? Because as a matter of fact, food is working just wonderful, but everything which is religion is working kind of not in the very right direction. And I really think that the Israel army should really stop putting children and women into this army, because I was getting in touch with girls and women from Israel or which served in the army. They are the most destroyed people ever. They are cruel. They are obviously emotional, totally damaged. They are having a lot of um, a lot of trauma in the souls and bodies, and they are having a lot of kind of disabilities after war. After the war in Israel, why is it actually possible that women are participating in war? I mean, are you crazy? Women should be creating families and take care of children, and make everything beautiful and cozy and whatever, but not enter a war. So why is it actually possible that Israel is having this war for so many years, and the entire world leaders are just looking at this war and getting money probably from out of this bloodshed, and not able to stop them? I'm absolutely sure that all the war conflicts would be solved by entering of the entire world into this country or into the zone of the world of the war, and by the inviting of the entire world to stop the war conflicts. And I'm sure the same goes for the Ukraine, and the same goes for every war worldwide. It doesn't mean that it's going to be a world war, but it means that um, the wars nowadays are rather smaller than the World War, so it is possible to invite, for example, the American powers to stop the war and the French powers, and just at the same it was in the end kind of done in Germany. So the country is a little bit yeah, differently structured, but the world powers are somehow parts of this country for some years or months. So the peace is gonna be created. So how about Israel is having less war and also having a lot of contracts with Palestine and on a basis of food, and all the girls and women are actually really free of every war conflicts, and you don't need to force women into some battles, into this bloodshed. If Jewish people are so afraid of being in a Holocaust again, and it's so important to train everyone as a warrior. You can train self-defense, but there is no reason actually to bring the entire country in a state of a war. And I think that women should work for men and create war. So I'd like all the wars to be stopped with the help of food and with the help of the entire world entering the country, and yeah, and having kind of a piece of cake. So, with other words, the territory of this country should be ruled partly by the world leaders and by the other nations. I'm sorry to say that, but I think the most important thing in the world is to create peace. So, if this is the step to create peace, it should be done.